Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rye, and let me holler at you real quick. It's time for you to purge your weaknesses. Let all the weakness leave the body. Understand that you can't strive for anything better if you're holding on to the fabric of the very thing that is destroying you from within. Understand that a man or a woman who can't be alone with their own thoughts is a person who is haunted by them. So understand that. Don't let anyone shame you for how you are doing things, how you cope with things, how you handle things, and how you go about doing things. If it works for you, it works for you. Understand that a lot of people are shaped by society. They don't have any individual thoughts. They don't have any original thoughts. They go with the flow. They go whatever they are told. Whatever they are told, they're told that it's only one way to do it. So they follow that blueprint until they get to the end of the line and there's nothing there for them. Understand that if society told you or people told you if there was only one way to win, everyone would be successful. If there was only one way or one blueprint to get to the finish line and get everything that you wanted in life, everybody would do it and there would be no poor people. There would be no people taking the bus. There would be no people having to walk to work. There would be no people having to bike to work. There would be no people in debt. If there was one blueprint, everyone would follow that blueprint and we will all have Lamborghinis. So understand that it's time for you to purge all that weakness from the body. And what I mean by that is whatever you holding on to that you've been told, or whatever identity you think that belongs to you because maybe your parents or your friends or your peers, they told you and they beat into you. It's time for you to let all that go. Don't hold on to any of that. Understand that it's better to go out on your own terms than to live in submission. It's better to go out on your own terms than to live in submission. Even if you lose, at least you did it on your terms. You held down the line and you walked the line and now you will make it to the finish line. So understand that. Purge all the weakness. Now, we all got weaknesses. No one's immortal. No one is, no one's untouchable. I understand that. But you can acknowledge your weaknesses and not hold on to them. You can acknowledge that, hey, these are things that I struggle with. These are things that I'm insecure about. But that doesn't mean you have to grab on and hold on to those things and let it be your identity. You don't have to let whatever your kryptonite is shape you and dictate the rest of your life and decide who you are going to be, my friend. So understand, purge it. It all has to go. Just like a business closing down, everything must go. And understand that some things you can get rid of. You can get rid of that fear that you have. You can get rid of all those insecurities. Understand that a lot of people let that insecurity, let that very thing shape them. Just because you see people fall into those same addictions or those same thought patterns, that doesn't have to be you. Think outside the box, my friend. Go a different way. Have a different thought. Just because no one's ever tried it doesn't mean it won't work. Because like I said, everyone's letting what they've been told shape them. They never had an original thought. So they go with whatever they think is the blueprint. Because everyone's been sold the same dream, the same pipe dream, the same lie. That if you walk this way, you'll make it. If you go this way, if you follow this path, if you follow this way of thought, a way of thinking, you'll make it. Then why don't everybody got Bugattis and Lambos and Cuban links and 5-bedroom houses, white picket fence? Why don't everybody got the man or woman they want? If that's the case. But the people that's telling you that, notice how they good. They got theirs. You followed what they told you and you got to the end of the line, you got nothing. So understand that it's time for you to let that weakness go. Let that way of thinking go. Let anything that's been holding you back go. Don't let that shape you. There's nothing wrong with listening to others. There's nothing wrong with taking advice from others. But if you're taking advice from others, if you're letting someone, influence you, it should be an influence of you to do better. So understand that you don't need to hold on to anything. Let all that go. Purge all that weakness. You don't have to be weak anymore. You don't have to feel bad anymore. You don't have to let anything shape you anymore. Let it go. Be free. Understand that the chains you're in a lot of times are the chains we put ourselves in. You know? We locked ourselves up and we threw away the key on ourselves. And then we made up this elaborate story in our mind that someone did it to us when we did it to us. That's why we purge the weakness. That's why we let the pain go, the strife go, the insecurities go. That's why it has to go. Because a lot of it isn't even from others. It's from stuff that we made up in our own heads. And we followed it like it was true. And we made it law. But once you purge the weakness, once you let that thing go, the only person that can stop you is you, my friend. Be free. Understand that there's so many brighter things and better things on the horizon for you. But that can't happen if you're allowing every thought, every emotion, having a bad day, someone saying something to you that you don't like, let that dictate the rest of your day, the rest of your week, the rest of your month, the rest of your years, the rest of your life. Don't dig your own grave. Don't lock yourself up in a cage. Be strong and roar like the lion that you are. Purge all that weakness. We all have things that make us feel a certain way. But we don't have to let it be our identity, and we don't have to let it be a part of our lives forever. But hey, it's Rye. Like, comment, subscribe, like if you're new. We growing, family. I love you, family. Woo woo. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.